Well, it's my pleasure to do another update from the City of Belleville for the Far Side Media Group. Thanks very much for this opportunity. We'll start off, I guess, with talking about the current COVID-19 situation. We are approaching 45,000 tests in our region at our different assessment centers, including here in Belleville. And that's a really good number because it gives us an accurate sample size. And while we've had a few cases in the last week or so, it was expected because this is the sort of the echo of the Thanksgiving Day weekend. I think actually we're about 15% of our total case count since March occurred in the last 5 days. And so that tells us that we have to be vigilant and be careful. And I hope that explains to people a little bit why Dr. Oglaza, the Chief Medical Officer of Health, has recommended against traditional trick-or-treating. Now you see these cases start to rise as a result of people gathering over the Thanksgiving weekend. And we just don't want to take the risk of having children scatter all over the city, particularly perhaps teenage children scattering and congregating and being in close contact and potentially spreading that virus to more people. We have a good handle on it now. Our schools are restricting kids into their cohorts. They are doing a very good job of contact tracing. Our businesses are doing a good job of contact tracing so we can control it. Halloween night, when people would go trick-or-treating all over the city, just isn't wise, and that's why the City of Belleville is not recommending traditional Halloween trick-or-treating activities. There are a lot of things you can do with your family, and I know it's a sacrifice for the kids, but I would much rather sacrifice Halloween this year than to have to sacrifice the holidays for sure. A lot of news in the City of Belleville in the past little while, particularly this week. We had great news that the Belleville Police Service relocated from the old Dundas Street property to the new station on College Street and Sydney Street. And City Council last week and I had the opportunity to get a tour. The facility looks great. It's gone from about 15,000 square feet to almost 60. They have done a really, really good job with all of the renovations and the expansion and the new construction. Finally, we have a facility that the police can work effectively out of, because what they had before just wasn't there. So COVID-19 has prevented us from having an official grand opening. We are looking at doing it when it's safer, hopefully this spring, but we are now operational at the new station. The police unfortunately, or fortunately, depending how you look at it, had a few overnight guests already to take advantage of their hospitality, and our community remains safe, and the police now have the tools to do their job. This week we had an amazing announcement regarding the future of the Belleville Agricultural Society, a society that is now looking at its 200th anniversary next year. We announced that the city and the Ag Society have come to an agreement to relocate them from their Bridge Street and Sydney Street property to a new facility in Thurlow Ward at the corner of Black Diamond Road and Highway 37. And we signed a memorandum of understanding to basically bind us towards this. And so now we have a lot of work to do, which will include prepping the new site, working on all the severances and servicing, and also the construction of a 37,500 square foot building to allow them to have year-round activities at that new location. It was difficult because it was very complex. There are a lot of issues that are left over with an organization that's been around for 200 years and had this last agreement signed in 1954. But we worked through all of those challenges, and I really want to thank the Ag Society Board and their president, Jamie Chatton, as well as Belleville City Council for having the foresight and the vision about how this is going to be good for all of us. So with that, I'm really proud. This is probably going to be the biggest achievement of any council in the past 40 years dealing with this issue, and it's going to be good. The key thing about the move with the Ag Society is we were able to structure it in such a way that the sale of the land will be able to finance all of the expenses. So we're not going to be going to taxpayers' revenue to be able to deal with that. And after we come clear with all of our expenses, there will be significant tax revenue for the city over the next 50 years, and we're very, very excited about that. So with that, that's my update for this week from the City of Belleville. I want to thank again the Far Side Media Group for this opportunity and wish everybody a great rest of the weekend.